hate you.
Okay. All right. Can God actualize a physical world with no numerical values being correlated to that world? Yes or no?
Okay, so do you believe that like numerical ideas and constructs are purely contingent or absolutely necessary?
I think they're absolutely necessary.
You believe they're to be absolutely necessary?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would say, my answer to this question would be that I believe that God could have chosen to not describe a physical reality in terms of numerical values. Not to say that we take our numerical values as we hold them in this reality to be completely true inside of another.
Well, so what do you mean by that?
Okay,
You
so
could-
what I mean by that is in the same way that people can argue that you have a determinist position and you could still believe inside of modality. It's the same way, right? So there could be a different first cause to a different chain of events, right?
Mhm.
So instead of having our strict definition of mathematical ideas as we have them today,
See, yeah,
inside of
yeah,
another world, we would
different,
not have that.
yeah, different
We would not
definition.
have that perspective, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we would not have mathematical ideas and constructs that would accurately describe the physical.
That doesn't respond to the argument because what I'm trying to say here is that mathematical ideas are necessary concepts because they form tautologies. And let's imagine a physical world, right? In a physical world, there are things. Now, if they are things, they must necessarily have some numerical value based on the definitions of what numerical values are. So if there are zero things in this world, it would still have the numerical value of zero. So even if their definitions of these values are different, then that doesn't matter. Numbers in essence,
Yeah. Okay.
numbers in
No.
essence, no
No. No.
matter
No.
how
No.
numbers in
You're
essence, no matter
misinterpreting what
how
I'm
we
saying.
represent them, would still exist, even if there are
Yeah,
zero
no,
things.
but listen, no, that's not what I'm saying. I
What do
never
you?
said there were zero things. I said that there was a physical reality, so there
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
be something,
I know.
right?
Yeah,
So
but I'm saying
cool,
there.
cool. So if
Mhm.
we agree on that, if we agree on that there has to be something inside of this physical reality, what I'm saying is that these numerical values that we have in place inside of our world today
World
are
are
something.
different
No,
from
no, no,
their
no,
world.
no, 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 not different from their world. They wouldn't have mathematical ideas and numerical values, right? Because our mathematical ideas and numerical values inside of a theist perspective would be purely contingent. There would be no necessary mathematical idea because what that would lead to is that would lead to some sort of contradiction and trying to say that God can actualize this. But you're
Well,
putting me in here,
hold on.
right? Wait, no, no, no. Listen,
You
wait, wait,
actually,
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. So
okay.
the way that you have formatted this question is something of a false dichotomy,
It's
where you
not.
try to like, oh no, 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 it is, because the two answers are obviously something like yes or no, but the way that you formatted this is to say that in the answer of yes, it's something that is purely a contradiction. In the answer of no, we arrive at ontological naturalism. What I'm saying is that we do not have to arrive at ontological naturalism, nor do we have to arrive at a contradiction, because God can be something that is obviously that can actualize all states of affairs. So if this were the case, and representing numerical values and mathematical ideas to be a certain state of affairs, then God could actualize the state of affairs to where it is not the case.
Well, your explanation for how it's a false dichotomy is doesn't actually apply because what you're attacking here is the implications of an answer to the dichotomy. The
Okay, well, no,
dichot.
no, no. Okay, I used the wrong word. It's not a false dichotomy.
Okay.
Um, what's the answer? It's a loaded question.
All right. Sure. That's fine. But what I'm getting at here is that when you say that our numerical values wouldn't apply to this world, I don't. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't really answer the question because I'm going to give you an example. 1 + 1 = 2. Do you think that's a necessary fact?
Um, no.
Do you know what a tautology is?
Okay. So I know where this is gonna go. I know where this is gonna go, and I've had something on my mind for a while. I'm not gonna dodge your question. I'm just gonna say something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in the way that this question is formatted, you're describing mathematical ideas as something that is a state of affairs. You're describing mathematics as something that could be actualized or could not be actualized. And what I'm saying is that in order for me to answer this question, there has to be some sort of give, right? So, in you asking me, can God actualize this or can he not actualize this? We are both accepting that this can either be actualized or it cannot be actualized. In the
Mm-hmm.
state that it could not be actualized, it would boil down to an ontological naturalist stance. But since we are describing mathematics as a state of affairs, then there has to be some sort of actualization at play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if God were to actually be able to actualize this certain state of affairs, then no, our mathematical ideas and numerical constructs or numerical descriptions of physical things would completely break down inside of this new world. They wouldn't exist. They wouldn't exist to describe the physical world. So saying that it would be contradictory to have a world with no mathematical ideas is completely, what's the word I'm looking for? Wrong.
Okay, so what's your answer to the question? Because I don't really I didn't follow. I'm gonna be honest. What's your answer?
Okay.
Do
So
you
we're
do you
describing
well, I have a question real quick. Do you accept that tautologies entail modal necessity?
the tautologies entail mode of necessity. Can you present me with a few tautologies? I'm very
Sure,
forgetful.
sure. John the Bachelor is not married.
Are those modal necessities? If we were to keep definitions, sure, they would be modal
That's
necessities.
what I mean. That's what I mean. If we accept these definitions as true, then they would be modal necessities. Yeah.
Okay. So our idea of mathematics is, or idea of mathematical constructs
And
is something that would accurately describe the
I can
physical.
explain why we would keep the same definitions through different possible worlds. I can explain that if
Yeah,
that's
no,
needed.
no, no, no. But I'm like, I'm. You asked me to like elaborate what I said, and I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah. So mathematical constructs or mathematical ideas, numerical values, are something that accurately describe the physical world. That's what we consider them to be. So what you're basically asking me is if God could rewrite this definition to not accurately describe the physical world. And what I'm saying is that yes, I think that God could actualize a
Oh,
certain state
that's
of
not my
affairs.
question. See, that's not my question.
That's the
Question.
way that the question is formatted. That's the answer that I'm giving you.
Well, that's not what I meant. Not our understanding of mathematical ideas being changed. The mathematical concepts in themselves not having any correlation to the physical was my
Yeah,
question.
no. Okay. Then I definitely don't disagree with what you're saying if that's the way. My only like disagreement with the entire argument that you presented is that you're describing mathematics as a certain state of affairs that can be changed or actualized.
No, I mean the concept of numerical values having applicative um value within the physical. I'm saying, can God actualize a world where it doesn't have any
Yeah,
application?
no. I completely like don't disagree with like where that question would lead to. It obviously leads to ontological
Well, what
naturalism.
is your answer? What is your
But
answer to the question?
hold on. Okay. So the entire reason this debate arose is because I understood the question in a way that mathematical ideas and constructs are a certain state of affairs to be actualized or to not be actualized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then this entire discussion would be a misunderstanding.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send this recording to Nate